chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up by the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up by the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, don't get me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up by the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yeah, this outside dog.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock
around.
That's right.
On time.
It's tricky. It's the right.
Here we go. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. 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 I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early.
These girls are really, all they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy.
It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky.
How is it, Dave?
It's tricky, tricky, tricky. It's tricky to rock around, rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time.
And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside.
It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky.
How is it, Dave?
Tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky, 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 huh?
When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme.
I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far.
A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay.
I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky.
How
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Ward. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Chimere Dike, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. Commanders 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Washington.
Play action. Now Jackson. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action now. Jackson. And it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, That simply was not a smart decision.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And got his man complete. And he'll be touchdown in the end, but a big play on that one.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
Once more with Harvey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Falcons at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow. They're their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
19.
Now Ward. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Drop 50, drop 50.
First and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Ward. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
Come on, set. Ready.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Bronco 80, Warrior 70.
Throwing now, Ward. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Jackson going to keep it. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
second and 10. At the Commanders' 27-yard line.
Throwing is Ward. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Ward. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 26 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he returns this to the 22. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Washington first down. It's a gain of 23
To throw is Jackson.
And the Commanders first down.
Here's a diving catch right side. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
4 yards. That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Jackson now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
No, we changed it. No, we changed it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And how about about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up. And
that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
First down.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Here we go. Start. 79, 19 Charger. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, right?
To throw, here's Ward. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
19 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19.
Here's Ward. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Warriors, 70.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Back to throw. Ward. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Ward. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the goal line. Oh, good move. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 19, lock, 18.
Operating from the gun. Moore. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Shot 60, shot 60. 6, 7 Pirates, 7.
Back to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
70 Ranger. Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60. Panther 11.
Ward to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Ready?
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now he's going to step up and run. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Moore setting up a screen for Harvey. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Here's Jackson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Into space at the 45. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice throw from the rookie out of Miami, and it's going to be good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Ward. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is caught. Touchdown Falcons. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from going up by 30. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Lamar Jackson, 72 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10. That's complete to DK. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Come next. Mustang 1970, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
From the gun, Ward. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful, because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Seven Pirates. 19 tight. Go.
Now Ward on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Jackson. The kicker here is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Washington, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Middle.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Emeka Egbuka. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
No, we changed it.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they started with a 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Let's go now. Knock that
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's Ward. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Chimere Dike with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not.
He's got a man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
No, we changed it.
And Jackson throwing once more. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Washington 1st down.
Here's Jackson to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On the RPO, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Let's go. 6, Cougar 19. Go win him, go win him.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Buffalo 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Wide open receiver complete. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Big yardage that time for Washington. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
A 51-yard gain. First down, Washington.
Hey, middle. No, we changed it.
Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Now Lamar changing the look. And quick throw here. That's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
That's complete to Mooney. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Trying to run for it. Here's Hardy. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Mustang 19. Let's go. Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Ward now working out of the gun. He He's got this to Pickens. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. A CD there on big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, report.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Now a run here up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last shot for Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded,